Hello, guys. Hello, everyone from wherever you're watching. This is the Unscripted Show, and I'm your host again, Demba. And in this episode, I just wanted to come and just give you a little bit of encouragement, guys. Again, as we always do it, because this show is just about celebrating life, love, being hopeful, being truthful, being honest, and just trying to live as per your standards. So I always believe that life is to be lived, but sometimes it becomes so hard that you don't know how you're going to live it. And you're asking yourself, how am I going to live one more minute, one more time, and you don't know. It's like you want to check out. And things happen in a way that you might not even know how to control them yourself. And that is why I always say that there's a hand that must pull you through from that particular point. So today I just wanted to come and encourage someone who has thought of committing suicide, has ever tried committing suicide, even if you've tried 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, or even if you've just had the thought of it several times. I just want to speak to you from wherever you're watching this. And if maybe you know somebody who has gone through that and you would want them to listen to this, you can tag them. You can share my YouTube channel with them, because there's more to this. Every day has got its own beauty, and every day has got its own, like, oomph, and you have to have that energy to wake up in the morning and tell yourself you can do it again and again. I know that people are going through a lot nowadays, and even though we are looking this good and we can try as much as put on our makeups and try to look good, and life goes on, and you get something to eat today, but there's this struggle that keeps coming in each and every day. And for some people it is so hard because it has gone over the years, it has been there for a while, and it's recurring. It's like a wound that has refused to heal. And maybe you are in that position where there were these people you had wounds with too, but theirs healed, and yours, you felt like it wasn't really healing. But I believe that at the end of the day, this is the only part where, if you don't really look at it well, if you don't become positive enough, you can lose hope. And they say that when you lose hope, you become in a point where you're caged. You are caged in something that is called depression. And when depression is there, by then, at the point of depression, for real, you're the only person who can get yourself out of it. And some people believe that maybe suicide is okay. I've tried suicide, I've contemplated suicide, but in the past, but now I don't do anymore, because I feel I just want to live no matter how hard it is. And I've realized that I had made a great mistake, even just thinking about it, because who would my children be with if I go? But at the end of the day, I've come to terms with it, and I forgave myself. And I know that these children, when they hear this story, one day it will become a testimony to them. So I'm just taking it slow, and I know that as they grow, because these things recur, they come, and later on your child can watch a video like this and they can listen to what you were saying before they didn't know the part of you that they are getting to know that time. And this is why sometimes I always say stick with the truth, so that even if it is bad, just stick with it, because your truth is your truth. And when you try to live your truth, that is when you get to realize the importance of life. And when you get to realize the importance of life, you get to realize how bad it is to even just think about suicide. Because what God has given you, that maybe somebody else next to you doesn't have or had yesterday, is life, good health. If you can wake up in the morning, maybe you have a bed, a very nice bed to sleep in, even if you're just sleeping on the floor, but you have somewhere you can go and sleep and get some rest. If you can eat something every day, and if you can live the next day to try and do something better, then I believe that that is life, that is living. So whatever good that will find you should find you on the way living your life, but not you waiting like, I will live my life when I have this, I will live my life when I have this. And to me, I always believe that looking good is beautiful because it shows who you truly are inside. Because if you can't bathe, if you can't at least try and dress well, and these clothes sometimes they're not so expensive, and sometimes you get gifted by friends, and if you know how to take care of them, you can last a long time with good clothes. And I always tell people that whenever I was going through hard times, and I could tell people that I need this and that this, and maybe I would come looking so good, and people would be like, "How do you need this and you're looking like this? You're looking like this." But at the end of the day, what they don't know is that I try as much as possible to encourage the world outside me, because I know that when I'm back at home myself, I encourage myself. But now when I get out, I don't want to be a discouragement to others. I want to be an encouragement to others too. So that the moment they get to realize that, okay, Demba was this, but now I realize that Kumbe under this was this, then it becomes an encouragement to somebody knowing that it's not every day that you go through these things alone. Just the same way you're going through that, somebody else is going through the same thing. It's only that some other people don't know how to just clean up. Some people know how to check out. And this thing is what is bringing the youth of now to the point of wanting to commit suicide. Because I've been there. I'm not talking the point where I feel like I'm an angel or something. I've been there. I'm talking from experience. At some point in my career, in my life, I met several of my friends who are maybe top artists. And looking at their lives, I really wanted to be like them. And it really got inside me to some point that I could go out and maybe see their lives. And I wanted that. And I tried with my own strength, but then it never worked. At some point, I realized this thing is a relationship. You have to have a relationship with this. And somebody told me somewhere that success is focusing on one thing until you finally get it. Success is not focusing on other things and then you feel like you can do it all. You cannot be jack of all trades, and that's what I've known. So that is why the generation of now don't want to focus on one thing. We want to try so many other things. If they don't work, we start bothering ourselves like this didn't work, I'm rejected. I've been through that and I know exactly how it feels. So when I'm coming with this, I'm coming as a person who has gone through this firsthand, and I always love using my story because I don't like using other people's stories unless they give me the chance to, which is a good thing. So today, I just wanted to speak to someone who has been going through a lot. People are going through a lot. And yes, we should stop this idea of when someone comes to you and then you're like, okay, I'm going through a lot. And then like, people are going through a lot. Okay, I say that because for real, I want to empathize with people because that is what the mentality of the world has said right now. People are going through a lot. But have we ever just tried to sit down and try to see what is this a lot? A lot. What is a lot? There are people who don't even have places to sleep. You have somewhere to sleep. There are people who've never even seen a mattress. They sleep on mats. You have mattresses. There are people who, so every little thing that you have, somebody doesn't have. And every little thing that you think you're trashing, somebody needs. So I think life should be just about sharing and sharing. If someone comes to you with a story, try at least and empathize. Don't sympathize, empathize. Be in their shoes. Try to feel, okay, how does this person feel? Ask them questions. If they can answer you, then if you are a wise person, you will know if they are telling the truth or not. So today I want to encourage somebody who's going through something. We are always being told that we just talk about this like, oh, suicide, and it's something that people fear talking about. But if you ever felt like you wanted to end your life sometime back, that is something that will keep recurring until you deal with it. The only way to deal with it is to accept the fact that you are a human being and you can go through it. We have a lot of people maybe who've never told us they contemplated suicide, but if you knew, you'd wonder. So up until now, I'm just going to encourage somebody out there, before you do it, before you think about it. I'm just one of the people who has gone through it, like to the point of wanting to really do it. I always tell people, you don't know what it feels to be close to feeling that feeling. It's an awful feeling that you wouldn't even wish on your enemy. Wanting to take your own life is something that is embarrassing, shaming, But at that particular moment, the enemy uses it to just let you lose and let you become somebody else that he alone wants to use. So at the end of the day, you have to ask yourself, whatever I'm leaving behind, is it worth living like if I check out? Or would I just live my life until I let God Himself check me out the moment He wants me to go? So because life is not ours, it is God's. But He has given us as a gift that we may live it. Anybody out there who is feeling like it is the end, it is not the end. It is another day. The sun is out. If you have somewhere to sleep, something to eat, if you have someone, even one person who cares, then you can go embrace that person. And that embrace will bring more embrace, even from other people. Because at the end of the day, if we love each other, God loves us. God is love. And that is who He wants us to be. So this show is always about celebrating life, love, hope. We just want people to get to trust each other again, to tell the truth. It is not easy, but we can start from somewhere by telling ourselves the truth that we are worthy of this life as we are still alive. So anyone out there who is feeling like they are lost, you are not lost. You are hauko peke yako. There are people who have been through that. There are people who are still going through that. And I'm just empathizing with you guys and telling you that the next day might be your greatest day. So keep it here. This is the unscripted show. I wasn't reading from any script, and I was just flowing. And even me, I've learned a lot from the talk myself. So thank you so much. Thank you for watching. May God bless you. This is the unscripted show. By your host, Deba. I love you.